I want you all to realize, let go of control and things will tend to work out for you more than if you have a tight grip. See, the thing is, if you are gripping your goals so tight, as if you need to do everything right in order to get there, then you are seeing tunnel vision. And you have, let's say, you're putting yourself susceptible to a realm of polarity. You're depending on the reality around you for your happiness whenever you do that. You got to realize you are looking at winning and losing, and you're trying with all of your might to not lose. But whenever you try with all of your might to not lose and you end up just controlling everything, you see tunnel vision this way. And there's a multitude of things in between that you are just going to avoid because you are only allowing yourself to do it this way. You're only allowing yourself to walk this one specific path. But you need to start to trust the pieces around you. Whenever I've been at a point in my life where nothing was working for me before. And at that time, I was working a career in truck sales, commercial vehicle sales. And I was suffering. I was doing terrible. And then I just stopped caring so much. I gave up on trying to be a good truck salesman. Like literally, I gave up on trying to be a good salesperson. And I literally just did everything honestly in the most minimal way possible because I didn't care if I got fired. I didn't care if I ended up leaving because I was doing so bad. I was like, I'm just gonna leave. If this doesn't work, I'm just gonna leave and go to a different company. So I gave up control. I was okay with failing. And that's really the point that I want you to understand. To give up control and be okay with failure. Whenever you are okay with failure, you're okay with this side of the spectrum and you're okay with winning. You're okay with winning and you're okay with failing. And whenever you just don't care about failing or winning or anything, you gain this sort of magnetic energy that just attracts exactly what you want in your life to you. And that's exactly what you need to do. You need to stop caring so much about if you fail. You need to stop caring so much about if your desired reality even materializes. You need to stop caring about all of the pieces if they're going to fall into place the way that you want them to. You need to give trust to a higher power. You need to give trust to trust. You need to give trust to faith. You just need to put your faith in something else. Put your faith in God. Let God take control of your life. Stop trying to control everything around you and just let it be. Just trust the people that are around you. Trust the objects, the moving pieces. In your life, you need to learn how to trust things. You need to learn how to just let things flow. You need to learn, because if you're trying to tight grip and you have like white knuckles your whole way through something, you're like a brick, and bricks aren't adaptable. You're just not adaptable at all, and you're so stiff that you can't get outside of your box, your own box, your zone of comfort. You can't leave it because you think you need to control everything, but you need to relinquish control. And whenever you relinquish control, you end up magnetizing yourself towards every single thing that you want. And not even on the contrary, a benefit to this is also so much more peace of mind. Your health is going to go up because you're not so anxious and stressed and worried. Your emotional state is going to go up because you don't care anymore about how it turns out. You just let it flow. You let it come to you. Rather than trying to force your way to it, you just let it come to you. That's whenever every single thing in my life has worked out for me. As I was telling you earlier, my earlier story, I stopped trying to control and I ended up being truck salesperson of the month. Because I stopped trying to control. I stopped holding expectations over my head. I stopped having such high expectations. Like, sure, expectations are good, but don't let them consume you. Don't let expectations consume you. Let your expectations free flow. Let your expectations be there, but Just trust God that you will get there. Trust God. Trust the source. Trust the creator that you're going to get exactly what you want and exactly what you need. Because every single thing starts within you. And the trick is, if you are focused so much on maintaining that tight grip, you are way too dependent on seeing reality change. And whenever you're dependent on seeing reality change, you become susceptible to reality letting you down. So I always practice this trick. Rather than putting my energy outside of me, rather than looking at what's going on around me, I bring my energy back to me. Stop putting your energy outward. Stop putting it out towards everything and judging everything and critiquing everything and saying this is bad, this is wrong, this isn't what needs to happen. Bring your energy back to you and ask yourself, am I feeling like the person that I want to feel? Do I feel whole and complete? Do I feel abundant? Do I feel secure and happy within my own life right now? Because a prerequisite to reality creation is always frequency. Before your reality materializes the way that you want it to, it's always about your frequency. If you can just let go and trust, you have an abundant frequency. If you just let go and don't even care about the outcome, you have an abundant frequency. It's really as simple as that. And sometimes I get it, like it does get hard sometimes. But that is whenever you just need to step back and pull your energy back to center, pull your energy back to you, and ask yourself, am I being the person that I want to be? Am I experiencing the life that I want to experience? Your frequency always precedes reality creation. Understand that and live by that. Live by the rule that your frequency always precedes reality. Whatever you want in life, first ask yourself, am I being the person that's capable of achieving those things? Am I being the person that's capable of achieving the life that I want? You need to enter the reality, you need to enter the lifeline of the person who is capable of achieving the things that you want to achieve. Of course. And then supplement that with letting go, with losing your expectations, with losing all, because like I said earlier, expectations, they only create a tunnel vision type of view for you, but you don't want tunnel vision. You want to see abundantly. You want to be open to everything. You want to trust everything. You want to trust all the different pieces in your life. Whenever you can trust the pieces in your life, you just give off this abundant frequency where you truly just get every single thing that you want. So look at life as if everything is just a relationship with you. Because the way that you feel about something is the way that it's going to turn out. If you feel happy towards your job, then you're going to create a happy experience towards your job because you choose to see happiness. But if you choose to see darkness, if you choose to see anger, I hate this, I don't want to do this, then you are going to filter out experiences that prove to you that you don't like it, that you don't want to do this, that you're not enjoying this. You need to choose to see your reality the way that you want to experience it. Like, even whenever it comes to people, experiences, everything is a relationship with you. You are the center of everything. You're the common denominator of everything. So the way that you perceive things is the way that it's going to turn out. So take the relationship towards your family, take the relationship towards your boss, your career. If you love your family, if you love your career, if you love your boss, these things will just naturally work for you. You will start to see the bright side of things. Because whenever I first started working on my job, I was not appreciative of my boss. But then my experience towards work changed drastically whenever I realized, like, why am I painting a bad picture of this? Like, why am I painting a bad picture of this experience? I started to realize I'm only going to see the negative if I choose to see the negative. So why don't I just flip the script and choose to be understanding towards everyone? Choose to be understanding, because everyone's just living their own experience. Everyone's stressed out. Everyone wants to just, live their best life, and they're doing what they can to live their best life. So just be understanding. Whenever I started trying to be understanding towards my career, towards my boss, everything became so much better. I started seeing everything in a way that it was just working for me. Everything was just nice and relaxed, and I wasn't so pissed off all the time about stuff. Understand that, we come into this world with, around the age of 12 to 16, you really start to establish and make concrete your view, your perception of things. And your perception of things is going to be created by an emotional charge, a strong emotional charge. So the only way that you need to focus on changing your reality is creating a stronger emotional charge, which will override the other emotions that you have experienced in the past. And to do that, you just believe in faith, you believe in conviction, you believe in trust. Because what are these things? What is trust? What is faith? What is conviction? Conviction is the belief that you will attain something that you want. Trust is the ability to just know that it's going to work. And faith is the ability that, faith is what gets you through thick and thin. So does all the others. Trust and conviction does the same. But trust, faith, and conviction, those three things will realign your internal state of being. It makes your mind create new connections, create new neural pathways, which will ultimately just change your experience of everything. And whenever you can change your experience of everything, everything around you changes. That's all you need to focus on. Just creating an emotional charge of conviction. And sometimes, for me, conviction is just hitting a switch in my head where I'm just I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I know I'm going to get it. I simply know that I'm going to get it. And whenever you hit that switch of conviction, it puts you into the reality where you are faithful, where you have faith towards the life that you want to live. You start entering the reality of becoming the person who is capable of doing the things that you want to do. That is what conviction does, because you need to become the person who is capable of doing the things that you want to do. And the person who's capable of doing the things that you want to do isn't going to be super attached and super controlling towards how they're going to get there. They're just not. They're just going to trust. They're going to act in trust. So what you need is just a sense of unconditional trust, because what you hold within your heart, God is going to give that back to you. So just trust everything. Trust that everything is going to work out for you. Trust that things are working for you. Your life is working for you. Everything is going to work for you. Spin every little situation to positively affect you. And whenever you spin every single situation to positively affect you, you will find how it positively affects you in some way or another. You'll always find it, because you're opening up your mind. You're creating new neural pathways that will find the reason that something is positively affecting you. That's all it takes. Every single day, just put yourself into that mindset of continuous growth, continuous learning. And if you want to join a Skool community where we talk about these things every single day, then hop onto the Skool community. We have 2 meetings a week. I made a course on there with every single thing that I've learned up to this point that's gotten me to where I am. It's 2 hours worth of content on there. But one of the biggest things that I've learned with all of the people that I've worked with, the things that have helped them the most is just continuous practice. continuous thought, okay, I'm growing. I am on the right path. I am becoming a better person right now. It's all it takes is that continuous thought, continuous movement towards the next step in your life. Anyway, hope this helps, guys. Appreciate you.